South Africa faces upside risks to its inflation outlook. That's according to Reserve Bank Governor Lesetja Kganyago. These risks stem from higher oil prices and tight global financial conditions. The central bank head also highlighted uncertainty from the country's upcoming elections. Headline inflation fell to 5.3% year-on-year in March, and the SARB expects the reading to reach the midpoint of its target range of 4.5% only at the end of 2025. South 32 has logged lower third-quarter manganese ore production. That's as the miner was hurt by the suspension of operations at its Australia manganese unit. That was due to the impact of tropical cyclone Megan. The intense weather system results in widespread flooding across Groote Eiland and significant damage to critical infrastructure like the wharf and port. Studies are underway to assess the full impact, but South 32 expects to recommence wharf operations and export sales in the third quarter of its 2025 fiscal year. Given the situation, the firm's guidance for Australia manganese for this year remains withdrawn. But full-year production and operating unit cost forecasts for all other divisions for 2024 remain unchanged. Anglo American says it will oppose any appeal that may follow in the class action lawsuit application brought by human rights lawyers on behalf of residents in the Zambian town of Kabwe. The matter relates to a class action brought against Anglo by law firms Lee Day and Buisa Moliele on behalf of certain Zambian claimants in respect of the effects of lead pollution in the town of Kabwe. The claimants say they have been affected by lead pollution due to mining in the area. In December, the High Court in Johannesburg ruled in favor of Anglo, dismissing the certification application after almost a year of deliberation. The miner says this clearly highlighted the claim's multiple legal and factual flaws. But last week, the High Court granted the claimants the right to appeal against the judgment that dismissed the application for certification of a class action. Orion Minerals says that feedback from drilling at one part of the Okiep Copper Project has yielded spectacular high-grade copper intercept. The firm added that the intercept is one of the highest grade intercepts reported in South Africa for the past 40 years. The company halted trading of its shares on Friday ahead of today's announcement on the drilling results at Okiep. And since the news has hit the market, the firm's counter is trading up over 31%. Maaf Resources' attributable ferrochrome production from the Glencor Chrome Venture declined 26% in the first quarter. That's as the group responded to market conditions and didn't operate its Rustenburg smelter during the period. Maaf holds 20.5% of the Glencor Chrome Venture in South Africa and derives all its revenue from the partnership. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party wants to overhaul South Africa's financial sector, and part of those plans include it forcing major local companies to list on the JSE. But the new party's manifesto doesn't detail how it will compel companies to list on the bourse. Neither does it name the companies under consideration. Other proposals contained in the manifesto include nationalizing natural resources and the Reserve Bank, as well as repealing Eskom's alternative energy agreements with independent power producers. MK burst onto the political scene in December after former President Jacob Zuma announced his support for the party instead of the ANC. Zuma now leads the party, and it's expected that it will make major inroads in KwaZulu-Natal, Zuma's home province.